Hello viewers, I'm Jane, the ultimate Filipina. Today's episode taps into the transgender arena and is another entertainment, believe it or not, story. The story might be true or pure fiction. You decide based on your imagination and my story if it's true, false, reality, or a combination of both. You are reminded that in the Philippines, the unbelievable and impossible are greatly intertwined and become reality overnight. Before my story begins, I will provide you some information about transgender in the Philippines or LGBTQ community. There are no specific or accurate percentage data of transgender or LGBTQ people in the Philippines. However, according to some statistics, 11% of the people in the Philippines identify as LGBTQ. According to a 2024 survey, 94% of LGBTQ young people in the Philippines have someone who supports their sexual orientation. There is no national law in the Philippines that criminalizes cross-gender behavior. However, transgender people and cross-dressers may be excluded from some public and private space. My story begins with Frances, a 29 years old transgender who realized at age 15 that he belonged to the feminine side of the spectrum and exhibit feminine traits and personality. Frances started hanging around Filipina girls only early in life and lost all interest in boyfriends or boy things and behavior commensurate with his age. He enjoyed playing with girls and only wanted girls' dolls, clothes, and things. Fast forward to age 19 and onwards, Frances hung around only females and had one best friend named Dahlia. He did everything together, and although Dahlia was not a transgender, she did not like or date men, and Frances, in her opinion, was her ideal girlfriend and best friend. Dahlia and Frances were buddies, pals, and inseparable best friends. Frances and Dahlia had a mutual respect for each other and never displayed any man and woman physical attraction or desire for each other. It all fell apart one night after they went to Delia's sister's wedding, and after she and Frances went over to the family's private celebration and drank wine, and were until stone drunk and retired to a private room to sleep the alcohol off. The family did not object because they were convinced Frances was a true transgender based on their long-time friendship and has exhibit LGBTQ personality, tendencies, and behavior. Once in the room, they both turned their backs to each other and went sound asleep. Early in the AM, they both woke up and suddenly started holding hands and caressing each other. One thing led to another and they had copulation for only 5 minutes, and Frances stopped after ejaculation, and they both apologized to each other and went back to sleep with their backs once again to each other. They both ignored each other emotionally the next day and went back to their usual friendship. 4 or more weeks later, Dahlia's menstruation did not come, and she started to have body pain and stomach cramps. She went to the clinic and learned she was pregnant. She didn't believe it because she never had sex with any man except that alcohol-induced sex with Frances, and it was quick and never happened again. As time passed, and her pregnancy and body change was undeniable. She told Frances and her family she was pregnant. Frances did not want to marry her or cohabitate with her, and she did not want a permanent relationship with a transgender as well. Frances worked at an all-female hair salon and agreed to provide financial support to Dahlia and acknowledged that he is the baby's father, but also ended their friendship and relationship to avoid any bonding with Delia or appearance that he had fathered a child. It was all kept in secret. Frances started hanging out with the females at the hair salon. He worked and became best friends with several girls in the salon who really believed he was a transgender and had no knowledge of him fathering a child. Fast forward to today, and Frances has fathered two more kids with girls at the salon. How, when, or why it happened still remains a mystery. The only mystery is if Frances is a true transgender or has flashes of manhood under the right conditions. One thing for sure is that, although Frances is a transgender, his penis is not. I'm Jane, the ultimate Filipina, wishing you an ultimate day, an ultimate life in the Philippines. Take care. Bye.